Bournemouth come to St James's Park despite their last-minute defeat against Manchester United on the weekend. That's a game that they should have won. Even Jose Mourinho said, look, first half Manchester United were absolutely awful. Bournemouth should have went on to win that game. And if you look at the league table at the moment, Bournemouth are still actually 6th at the moment, sitting on an impressive 20 points from 11 games. That's almost 2 points on average per game. It's very impressive. Eddie Howe's doing a fabulous job there. More on him at the moment. Now, if you look at the last 6 fixtures, put it on another graphic on screen for you. As you can probably see, again, it's impressive stats. You take away the Manchester United defeat, which again, a game which they should have won. They're unbeaten if you took that Man United game out. So in the last 6 fixtures, they've won 4, drawn 1, lost 1. An impressive 12 goals from 6 games. That's on average 2 goals per game. Conceded just the 4 points, 10 out of a possible 15. Again, that's very, very impressive. It's going to be a tough game. They've got some key players in particular we're going to be recommending, highlighting, if you want to call it that, a lot of attacking flair. Now, if the first name that springs to mind for me is David Brooks. Now, he's a young Welsh international who actually chose to play for England in the under-20s. For me, he's their best player at the moment. Look, I think he's going to go far. He's quite similar. He's being branded as the next Gareth Bale. Well, not as the next Gareth Bale, that's judging it, but the way he plays. He's very direct, athletic, strong, tall, pacey, scores goals. He's got 3 goals from the last 5 games, which is impressive. He can play left to right on the number 10, so it's someone that, you know, he's only 21-year-old, someone who's going to go far in this game, so we need to watch out for him. Another man is another winger, if you want to call him like that, is Ryan Fraser. He's actually joined top of the Premier League with the most assists with 5. So that's really impressive. Very small, direct, pacey. There's a common theme with Bournemouth's attacking players. They're all small and pacey and nimble. But he's another one. Play left, right. He's going to cause a problem whichever side he plays on, which is probably... I mean, he can switch flanks, so you don't know which side he's even going to play. So probably, I would reckon, he's going to play on that left flank with Brooks playing on the right, because Brooks can cut in with his left foot. I'm expecting that's where they play, but they'll switch over. Another one, Joshua King. He looks like he's back on form with 4 goals so far this season. You might say, yes, there's a penalty, 1 or 2 in there, but still he seems to be getting back to the form he was a couple of seasons back. And Callum Wilson, he's the second joint top scorer this season with 6 goals in the Premier League. Just 1 off the top. Again, that's impressive. If Glenn Murray deserves an England call-up, why doesn't Callum Wilson? And Callum Wilson also has 4 assists, so he's doing really well. Bournemouth, there's a trend here, as I say. A lot of them are small, nimble, all attacking players. Now, that's not giving justice to the back line, but clearly the goals going flying in at the other end in the attacking centre play, so it's only right that we'll highlight them as well. Now, when you think of Bournemouth, I personally think of pace, as I've just spawned, counter-attacking, getting from A to B very, very quickly. You think of playing football on the ground. Players don't mess around, they're very direct as well. Now, we know Eddie Howe's done an absolutely marvellous job coming from the leagues as well, and how far can he really take Bournemouth? I honestly think that Europa League position, that 7th position, is up for grabs. You always say Everton should be there, but you've seen it last season, Burnley. I think Watford are in the mix. I think Bournemouth is another club that are currently there at the moment. That'll be a dream for Bournemouth to get Europa League. It's a question of, no disrespect to Bournemouth, it's a question of when, not if, Eddie Howe goes on to bigger and better things. Now, Bournemouth traditionally play 4-4-2, but interestingly, against Man United, Eddie Howe changed it and brought Brooks in at that number 10 and played a 4-4-1-1 formation. But I am expecting him to go back to 4-4-2, even though he's playing away from home. It's only really them and Watford that seem to play this formation on a regular occurrence, and I think you line up such as Begovic, Francis, the captain, will come in at right back. I think it'll be Steve Cook, Nathan Ake, and I think Adam Smith will continue playing at left back despite him being right footed. Again, Brooks. Then I think it'll be Lewis Cook, Lerma, the new signing, Fraser, and I think King will come back in that lineup depending if he's fit, and Callum Wilson up top. So, difficult afternoon for Newcastle, but you know, we'll look against Watford. I think Bournemouth will attack her. They're in confidence. Yes, they got beat off Man United, as I've just spawned 2-3 times already, but they should have won that game, and they're flying at the minute, and you've got to consider them a real threat. It's going to be an interesting afternoon. We'll talk more about the tune in tomorrow's video as well. Just before we wrap up, we were on BT Sport. We won last week against Viz's Burnley, which was 9-8 or 9-3. As you've seen tonight, we've absolutely demolished Everton. Sorry, mate. We've absolutely trashed them. That's my shite Scouse accent, but I got 13 scored. Didn't get any wrong in the BT Sport quiz show. If you want to have a look at that, that's on BT Sport on demand. I think it's getting repeated on BT throughout the week as well, but it's absolutely humiliation. We done ourselves proud. But if you check that out, please do. There'll be a clip in a second. But have a good night. Watch what it's a day. Bye-bye.
Call yourself a fan?
Well, we're about to put it to the test.
So that's one. Yep, great counting. As two sets of Premier League fans face off.
We hate them, one of don't get bitter.
To see who has the best football knowledge.
6 or 7. I was going to go with 5 to this.
It's all about the bragging rights.
I just want trophies. The only thing we'll win this season.
It's game on.
I can't believe we brought VAR into this.
Fan TV, call yourself a fan on BT Sport.